Alright, cool. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, Skunky? Alright, so after Samus's first mission on Zebes, the Galactic Federation sent out Federation troopers to SR-388 to basically eradicate the Metroids themselves. But they did not hear back from the Federation troopers, so they had to send Samus Aran to investigate, and while she's there, to eradicate the Metroids herself. So basically we're committing genocide. This game is completely different than any other Metroid game so far, at least 2D wise. We can actually, we have a 360 aim. We have a melee attack as well, so which we will actually be seeing now. Appreciate it, Clearlos. What's up, Wizard? I will be reading chat because I like to do that. Coming up over our first item of the game. The Morph Ball. It's interesting because in the original Return of Samus, you start out with the Morph Ball and you start out with 30 missiles. Here you do start out with 30 missiles, or 24 missiles in this game, but you don't start out with the Morph Ball. Not sure why they went this route. No idea. These pedestals right here are important. So for each Metroid kill, we will get a strand of DNA that we will have to go and return to the pedestal in order for the acid level to drop. Here's our second item in the game. It's kind of useless. This is just for like your first playthrough. This is called Scam Pulse. You basically activate this using your Aeon abilities. It's Samus' new abilities in this game. It just shows you where like hidden spots are, like where you can bomb, where you can missile, stuff like that. I'll go ahead and activate it, and then it'll beep if it finds something. Do I believe anime is good? Yes, I believe anime is good. Fueled by Virgo? Thanks for the good luck, man. Alright, so there's our first Metroid. I'm going to go ahead and collect this missile tank. I don't normally do this in the speedrun, but I will do it for the marathon just in case we get some bad RNG on drops. Alright, first Metroid. The first Metroid's always the easiest. It's just one of those tutorial Metroids. It took about 6 missiles, while the rest are actually going to take a whole lot more to kill. In the original game, it only took 5 to kill Alpha Metroids, but in this game, it takes almost about 10 or 12. Coming up on our third item of the game, and it's the Charge Beam. So there's going to be some doors that are locked that the Charge Beam is going to have to be used to unlock, like right here. And they're scattered throughout the game, so... Did not mean to hit Scam Pulse. Ooh. How these enemies lived up underneath the acid, I have no idea. They just sort of appear. Alright, so right here, I just skipped a cutscene. It's showing a weird pedestal, but those pedestals are actually teleporters, where Samus can actually venture back to where she previously visited before. We will be using those throughout the run as well, just for some time saves. Prevents a lot of backtracking. And now we'll begin Area 1. almost missed that. Also forgot to add, Morph Ball you can actually activate by just hitting the touchscreen, or you can press down twice. Much easier to just hit the touchscreen. Internet's failing, that's not good. Another teleporter? We'll actually not be using these right now. Do a quick morph here. Ice Beam is crucial because it's going to be helping us kill all the Metroids, and pretty much for the rest of the game. It's very strong against them. Hey Dom, thanks for the good luck, man. So right there, if you press jump and touchscreen at the same time, you can actually get Samus to do a super huge jump but a Morph Ball. If you get really good at it, you can save a lot of time in this game. And Spider Ball. Spider Ball is actually the most broken item in the game because you can get out of bounds very easily in it. But we will not be using it in this category. But you can do some pretty interesting things with it. I'm just going to do this. Just trying to do a quick morph and Spider Ball. So here I'm going to be alternating between Ice Beam and Missiles for a quicker kill on the Metroid. Thanks, Krilos. You gotta love the snipes in this game, especially when it comes to those Metroids. You can get very quick kills, or they can escape you. I'm gonna jump here to get the other side to load in, otherwise we'll have to wait on it. This one we're actually going to hit the underbelly because we don't need to melee this one. We can just kill him while he's up there and stun him. Now onto our last Metroid of Area 1. Get some damage boost here. And this is the best snipe of Area 1 right there. You know you got all the Metroids because it's about to go into a cutscene basically showing you to go back to the pedestal. Unfortunately, they put this in every single area, so even though they have a count at the bottom of the screen. Oh, thought I shot my ice beam. So Area 1's pretty bland. Area 2 is a really good area because that's when you actually start unlocking a bunch of Samus's really good weaponry. Okay, that ended badly. So, and I'll go ahead and explain, for any percent, you can actually, that's where we do the out of bounds stuff. This is where you would actually start using the spider ball to get yourself out of bounds. Area 1, there's really no benefit to it. But it's really cool to see. If you guys want to check out the world record video to that run, it's really cool. Unfortunately, I did not get the quick unmorph to grab the ledge, so I'll have to do it this way. Alright, so we're coming up on a fire alpha now. These are a whole lot stronger than your normal alphas that we were dealing with in Area 1. They take a whole lot more to kill. So. Nope. Alright, so our second Aeon ability, this ability is a whole lot better. It's lightning armor, basically makes Samus impervious to any type of damage whatsoever. Just don't hit any enemies with it. It does take a lot away from her Aeon meter. But it is used basically for really good really cool strats, basically. So this will be used for the rest of the run. The interesting part is if you go out of bounds, these areas are loaded in through elevators. So basically, even though there is a room below me with this elevator, if I were to clip out of bounds to it, it wouldn't load that area because I never hit that elevator. So that's how the game knows where you are. It doesn't load anything in besides the elevator that you hit to get there. Oof. Alright, I need a total of 20 missiles. Perfect. There is a boss in this area, but we completely avoid. I have to go with a backup strat since I missed the snipe. That was another fire alpha. But Arachnus is that boss. He actually holds the item Spring Ball. Spring Ball is beneficial, but it's just since he's so far out of the way, we just completely skip it. Alright, so we're gonna get Samus's iconic Varia seed. To anyone that's new to Metroid, Varia suit protects you from heat damage and gives you 25% defense. So I can tank a little bit more hits. And actually, during the Varia suit actually made its debut in Return of Samus. It was actually supposed to be called Barrier Suit, but because of a translation error, they called it Varia. Oh, I don't know how I missed that. I was hoping he wasn't going to break the ice. Luckily, he went into this move to where I can knock him up with my bombs. Yeah, Spring Ball in this game really isn't necessary, just because there's little use of it. If anything, there's a part later in the game that it would benefit, but it would not save you any time just by going to get it. And it's such a small section. Alright, on to our next item, which is high jump boosts. We're basically really building up Samus here to become a powerhouse. Something I don't think this game really did well was... it really gave you a lot of items in certain areas that kind of probably you could have done without for a little while. They could have probably been placed in different areas, you know what I'm saying? So we're finally going to hit one of those pedestals. And this will save us some time. We're going to go back up to the elevator that we hit to go and get Varia suit. And you can actually clip down here and end up in the next Metroid room. So many things to do with the spider ball. It's funny, because in the original M2, the spider ball was completely broken. You could actually fling yourself across the room by activating Spider Ball at the same time as Spring Ball, but it would only work to the left, and that's used in the speedruns as well. Alright, so here we would actually need Spring Ball, but with a precisely calculated bomb, you can actually get yourself up there. There it goes. So if we couldn't do that, then we would have to go and get Spring Ball. But since we can do that, Spring Ball is not needed. Which is actually kind of sad, because Arachnus in this game is actually pretty tough versus the old game. Oh, I thought I used Ice Beam. I guess not. A lot of people don't like this game just because of the fact that all you're doing is going around killing Metroid after Metroid. Alright, let's see if we can get the swag jump. We got the swag jump. Swag jump hype. And that will be the last Metroid of Area 2. There's actually a lot more runners for Return of Samus versus the 3DS. I think honestly Nintendo made a mistake putting this game on the 3DS rather than the Switch, because this game too suffers from lack of runners. But in the end, the Return of Samus has about 25. This game only has 12. And as of right now, that I know of, I'm the only active runner of the game. Alright, so the next area I dread, because Area 3 is actually the run killer of this game, and it could be with anything. Because as you saw, I forgot to explain that Metroids in this game evolve, so they have fate cycles they go through, evolutions. And the Gammas in this area are pretty brutal. They can actually run away from you and go into a different area, and that's the last thing that you want. You want to be able to go ahead and one-phase them once you see them. Luckily, there's an item in Area 3 that we will get that will actually help us achieve that goal, but we also have to make sure that we get the melees as well. We can't miss a single melee on a runner. It's okay if we miss it on the non-runners, but on the runners, we have to be very careful. We have to listen carefully for a snap that I'll be trying to listen to. I don't know if this headset's going to allow me to do that. It's got a lot of bass to it, but I'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work out with the headset, I'll just remove it and turn up my volume, and hopefully won't get any feedback. So this is Beam Burst. This is our third Aeon ability. It's like a submachine gun for Samus. It's very strong. And I also forgot to mention that the Wave Beam can only affect Metroids in Beam Burst when it's in Beam Burst mode. Outside of Beam Burst, Wave Beam has no effect on Metroids at all. Only the Ice Beam. And RNG plays a it has a big role in this game, because for the runners, since they can run away to different areas, they always have another area that's programmed in, so they could actually be in any one of those areas. But we're gonna hope we're gonna get good RNG. I'll explain when it comes up. Coming up on our another ability. This one is not as hype. This is just the grapple beam. The grapple beam is kind of a waste in this game. It doesn't really have a primary function besides with a queen fight and with a couple of Metroids. Not a lot of them. I'm going to be doing safety jumps for this marathon. I could go higher, but you have a chance of missing. Alright, unfortunately this Metroid's not on the bottom. So there's a room. There's a room here, which looks like he's not in. So he's at the very top. He's at the room we don't want him to be in. So RNG is against us as it is. And this is a runner. Gonna get the snipe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beam burst. Then we're gonna commit to this one. And our first runner is down, so we should be fine. I heard the snap perfectly fine, so we should be good with the rest. That is by far not the hardest runner. Oh, messed that up. So the grapple beam, I forgot to actually add on that. In the original Return to Samus, there was no grapple beam. Grapple beam was created in Super Metroid. But the interesting part was, in Area 3 of Return to Samus, they actually had space jump. So why they decided to change it here, I have no idea. I mean, it would have made the game even more broken, considering that you can get out of bounds with Spider Ball, but it would have been really fun to do that, because Area 3 would be less of a pain. It's probably, I believe Area 3 is the biggest area in the entire game. And it actually houses the most Metroids. There's a total of 10 Metroids in Area 3. Gonna hit our Aeon refill. Gonna hit those. We're not going to commit to the melee because it's actually faster to not commit to the melee. And you can do that for Gammas as well. So what we're really hoping for is really good RNG on Gammas that take a long time to charge up for their attack. So there's quick striking Gammas, they can quick strike you, or they could really take their time and try to hurt you. Our missile count's good, our Aeon's good, so we do not need to refill again. Did not mean to activate Scam Pulse. That's good. We'll get all that Aeon back now. We're coming up on another runner. I missed the charge shot. And I missed the quick kill. I should have just committed to the melee. So if they were to break the ice up underneath their underbelly, he would have definitely tried to run away, and he would have went a whole lot faster in trying to do so. So I would have had to chase him into this room here. Which this one is a little less forgiving for that. But the rest from here on out are not as forgiving. This one is not a runner, so this will be a very quick kill. Okay. Yes, thank you so much for the headset, Wizard. I really do appreciate that. Alright, so Aeon's good, missiles are good, this is what we want. You could actually have no Aeon and you would be in a very bad position here if that happened. Because after this point, the rest of the Metroids are actually going to be very difficult. Except for the first Gamma we run into, then after that, it's nothing but fire Gammas. And a fire Alpha. 2 fire Alphas, actually. So we're going to gain some health back from these big old plants. Those robots, if they hit you, it's an entire energy tank and a half, I believe. So you kind of want to avoid those, because the only way to kill those is with a beam burst. It's really cool because you have to heat them up. Beam burst will heat them up and they'll overheat and explode. So there's that kill on the Gammas that I was talking about. It was really quick. If you can get that, if you can do that kill on all of them, you would save over almost a minute just because of cutscenes. Of the melee cutscenes. Too big of a jump. See if we can get this snipe. Got it. Alright, so we're coming up on the Run Killer Gamma. This Gamma has killed so many of my runs, it's ridiculous. And not only me, it's killed a lot of other runs as well. It's such a huge time loss if you die to it. But luckily we have plenty of energy for it, like Wizard said. We're gonna hope for a long melee. That was good. And it's dead. Nice. We got the long melee like we wanted, that way we didn't have to go into another battle phase. But wait, there's more. We're coming up on the last run killer Gamma. And this one is a runaway. And it's a fire Gamma. I'm gonna go ahead and hope he drops missiles. So we're good on missiles and we're great on Aeon. Normally in a run, I don't have this much Aeon at all, if any Aeon for that matter. So RNG is really on our side tonight with this game. Because we would refill Aeon here. We would be fine. But I'm glad our missiles are full, because normally I wouldn't have full missiles either. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off just in case, because this runner Gamma, we're going to need all the Aeon we can have. Alright, so he's not on the top. And he's not in the middle, so he's all the way at the bottom. So RNG screwed us on this one. Now this one is very hard. We have to make sure that we hit that snap. Got him. Alright, other than that, I'm very happy with Area 3, so we no longer have to clinch or have to worry about anything. It's smooth sailing from here on out for Area 3. Coming up on another Gamma, but he's not a fire Gamma. Just a regular old Gamma chilling up here. There's actually only 2 more runaways in the game. And they happen to be Gammas. I had the wrong beam active. Supposed to have wave beam there. And this is our last Metroid of Area 3, and it's a Fire Alpha. Oh, wow. I haven't had one of these do this to me in a hot minute. it was an okay Area 3. Not the best. It could hopefully... Basically, with the run, you just want really good RNG, and that's the sad part, because once you get here, you're already 30 minutes in. Aside from the alphas, basically the gammas, the zetas. Zetas probably have the worst RNG, I would say. Just because it's really hard to tell what they're going to do. Good, got the invincibility frame boost. Alright, so Area 4. Area 4's, it's not that big, it's just broken up into sections. There's a total of 4 Metroids in Area 4, so in splits we call it Area 4-1 and Area 4-2. Again, I'm just going to be doing safety jumps. Spazer's a really cool beam to talk about. So you can skip gravity and plasma beam in this game, which is really cool. But what's really cool about Spazer is it makes the final boss fight exactly 25 seconds long. It's actually the strongest beam in the game against the final boss for some odd reason. But you're not meant to get to the final boss without plasma. But you can do some out-of-bounds stuff to actually get there, and it's very interesting of how that works. It actually makes Samus invisible, too, against the final boss, so it's really interesting to see. But we will not be doing that here. But Spazer actually really makes the gammas really just a breeze now. You'll see what I mean. We don't even have to put as much effort into trying to kill this one. Now this is a runaway, and I missed the snipe. See that? That's quick. You can't do that with Wave Beam against the gammas of Area 3. It is possible to do the same thing there, but it's really hard to do with the fire. I'm really surprised they only put gammas as runaways, too. You would think Zetas would do it as well, but I guess they decided not to do that. Which I'm grateful. So that's Area 4-1. We will actually be staying in the same area for the next Metroids, though, so that's why we call it 4-2. I forgot to mention, we actually released one of the bosses in Area 3 when I did the grapple beam and had to skip a cutscene. It's a giant robot. We're going to call him Thicker. So, at least that's what the chat decided to name him in my stream. His original name is Diggernaut. Mr. Thicker. Alright, so basically we're entering 4-2 now. There's a total of 3 Metroids that we have to kill to move on. And a new evolution of Metroid lives here. And we're actually running into Mr. Thicker. He actually steals one of the items that we need to progress. So what's going to happen is we're going to actually do an old-fashioned chase scene. But instead of us chasing him, he's chasing us. It's a one-hit KO move. So if I get hit once, I'm dead. Luckily with this game, though, if you die, there's checkpoints. Each item's a checkpoint. Each Metroid's a checkpoint. And this part right here is a checkpoint. Bosses are checkpoints. But we don't fight him here. We're just running away at this point. We actually don't have the weaponry to damage him, technically. This is where Spring Ball would come in handy, but it's just for this section that Spring Ball would help. But as I said before, it saves no time, just because you have to go so far out of the way of Area 2 to get it. So at this point, he thinks we got away, so he was holding Space Jump. Our last runaway lives here. And it is a Gamma. It is a Fire Gamma. But luckily with our new upgrade here, we won't have any problems killing them. Super Missiles. In this game, Super Missiles do 6 times more of the damage. Hopefully he's right underneath, but I don't think he is. So he's actually in the second room, which isn't that bad. Now this could be a huge time loss if I let him get away. And that's it. That is the last runaway Gamma. So again, we have nothing to worry about at this point, besides dying to other Metroids or enemies or bosses, so... We're gonna grab a super missile here. I'm hoping to get a super drop. Perfect. That's all I need. Alright, so new Metroid Evolution. These are Zetas, the ones that I've been talking about. Now these you want to commit to the melee because you can get a lot of damage in. But these guys will crawl on the wall. This is where the grapple beam I was talking about comes into play, just grabbing them off the wall. They're just very random with their movements. They could go straight into a melee, and that's what you want. Or they can just go up on the wall immediately, and that's what you don't want. Alright, so we're going back to 4-1, because that's actually where the final Metroid is. It's actually below the Spazer room. Oh, what am I doing? I don't know why I did that. I've actually lost a run here just because I didn't have super missiles, and there was nothing I could kill around that could give me a super missile. And this poor little alpha is about to get rocked. At least I was hoping he was, so I could show you guys. If he didn't go into the fire attack, then we could have instantly killed him. But because RNG had to mess with us, I couldn't show you guys that. It's actually pretty funny. And that's 4-2, guys. So, the next area is my favorite area of the game. Number 1, because of the music, and number 2, because of the scenery. The scenery is actually really nice in Area 5. Oh no. If I didn't hit that enemy and waste all of my Aeon. Alright, so our final Aeon ability, this one's really cool because we're actually going to be using this against Metroids. It's Phase Drift. It slows down time around Samus while Samus can run at normal speed, move at normal speed. So it slows enemy movement and everything. We'll actually be using Phase Drift against all the Metroids in this area. And for probably the rest to come if the Gammas are nice enough. Tried to quick morph. You do not want that robot to hit you. It'll take all your Aeon away. Alright, so Plasma Beam. Really nothing special about Plasma Beam. That's really weird. You already know when there's water in a Metroid game, there's the gravity suit. Gravity suit looks really cool in this game too. Gravity suit boosts your defenses by 50% and allows you to move freely through water. The silly thing is, you can move freely through acid, but it still damages you. But Area 5 is the only one with technically water if you're not doing a 100% speedrun. So in the any percent world record, he skips plasma and skips gravity, so he can have Spazer at the end of the game to kill the final boss in 25 seconds. The only downside is it doesn't kill one of the Metroid Beam Burst can't affect one of the Metroid evolutions afterwards. So it's like a big RNG fest with it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the damage. Just because I don't want to lose Aeon here. So that's phase drift, what we're going to be doing with the Metroids. We can kill them faster. We no longer have to wait on them to try to melee us. We can just slow down time so we can slow their fall down. And so yeah, it works out really nice. A lot of time can be saved using this method. That's fine if we lose all our Aeon here, because I'm going to do a little safety strat that I always do in my runs anyway, if Aeon is looking really bad. Alright, so finally, Screw Attack. Unfortunately in this game, Screw Attack isn't the best. It can one-shot enemies, but it's nothing like crazy, like with the stronger enemies with lightning ability. So here's the strat. It's a checkpoint. It allows me to grab an Aeon refill tank from the pedestal. So now we have full Aeon for the next Metroid fight, so we're good to go. Alright, so Zeta time. I was hoping he was going to charge a little bit longer, because we could have one-phased him. But now we have to deal with him on the ceiling. Probably wasted time doing that. I was hoping I was going to be able to kill him while he was on the ceiling. I just love Area 5 because of the way it looks and the music, and it was really good. There's really nothing much to talk about in terms of like strategies that I'm going to be using from here on out. I'll do my best to comment something to like make it interesting. We are going to do a little strat there, basically to refill Aeon. Because we're actually going to be versing a Fire Zeta next. Which actually can be one-phased if it gives us good RNG. Hopefully he goes straight to a charge attack, but gives us like something like long. That's fine too, that works. There we go. That's actually really good. We didn't have to go into a fight scene. Or a melee. Probably not the fastest skill, but it was really good than him going up on the ceiling. I won't go back down into the water to refill Aeon. Our Aeon's really decent here. Hoping at least for another super drop. Oh, come on, man. I forgot to switch the supers. My fault. That door can only be opened with Plasma Beam. I got a relatively quick kill on that Gamma. So we're coming up on our very last Metroid for this area. It is another Gamma. A lot of Gammas in this game. That really didn't help me. But it still worked, so it's all that matters. That was weird why he spawned there. They should have. Actually, there's one more Zeta in Return of Samus than there is in this game. But for some reason, they replaced it with Gamma. I don't know why the developers favored Gamma so much. Very strange, if you ask me. Oh man, just taking damage everywhere, aren't I? It would suck if I didn't have a super missile for there. Alright, on to Area 6. Area 6 is broken up into the same way Area 4 is broken up into. We call it 6-1 and 6-2. But a boss fight does take place in Area 6. Only one Metroid we have to kill. It's just like Area 4-1. Yeah, spoilers, it's not great. And guess what? There's Thicker again. Mr. Thicker. We're gonna refill Aeon here for the Metroid fight. But at least it's a Zeta, it's not a Gamma. Gammas are actually gone. There are no more Gammas now. Alright, the RNG gods hate us. That was a very bad fight, and he did not want to go into a melee. Ooh, that was a weird space jump there. Alright, so there are no more Alphas, there are no more Gammas, and there are no more Zeta Metroids. We've completely wiped them out. Oh my god. Oh, come on, man. I can't use any Aeon here. Just plasma charges. Alright. Metroids have evolved. We're now at the Omega Metroids. We're just alternating between Beam Burst, Super Missiles, and regular missiles. I'm gonna have to back up. We want him to go into a melee, like, right now. Or not. We actually got him. Good kill. Very good kill. And that's the only Metroid of 6-2. I would grab that E-Tank for safety down there, but I think we're going to be okay. I think we're just going to risk it. I don't know why I switched to Grapple Beam. Alright, so we will actually go into our first boss fight, like actual boss fight rather than Metroids. Unfortunately, I hate to tell you this, it is very lackluster. It is against our little friend, though, that's been chasing us. Oh, why did I go that way? I don't know why I'm so I don't know why I'm hesitating here. I know this area. I could use phase drift here, but those floors will fall apart like that. But it wouldn't be worth me wasting Aeon over it. Alright, boss fight time. Let's go. Now, Digger can kill the run. Mr. Thicker. It's a very silly boss fight for the fact that Samus should just be able to shoot him. But we literally have to wait for him to walk into it like this. We're going to take out his arms first, even though they're still going to be usable, regardless. And you want to make sure that it is there. The ball is just there, and he doesn't have to move the arm anymore for you to land on it. Because it will throw you out of it for some odd reason. This part is very important. We cannot get sucked up. He will take 3 energy tanks. Our Aeon's not the best. I'm not going to lie. The Aeon's really not that great. Because we're going to have to use phase drift and hope that we can get the 1 phase on him. I can tell you my heart's pounding because I've lost a lot of runs to him. Can we get it? Nope, we're just going to miss it. Unfortunately. We did not get the 1 phase, guys. Now we have to be very careful. We're one hit away from dying. Oh, that was close. We have to clutch this. And we clutched it. So there we go. We grab power bombs. Now we can do something super satisfying, get rid of him. Perfect. We'll grab the power bomb up here for safety with the queen. Oh, get out of there, Samus. Alright, now on to Area 7. Area 7 houses the last Metroids. So we have 3 Gammas to kill. One happens to be or excuse me, 3 Omegas to kill. One happens to be a Fire Omega, the strongest Metroid in the evolutionary line for right now. Let's just say the strongest Omega in the game. From here on out, it honestly should be smooth sailing. We shouldn't have any issues at all. Power bombs can knock off the seal that's on the Omegas. Thanks, Skunky. Appreciate it, dude. This time I'm gonna save that power bomb. I'm gonna jump into him because it'll do less damage. There we go. That was a decent fight. 1 down, 2 to go. I don't know why that's been happening lately. Trying to get some A on here at least. Nice kill. That was a very good kill. One more, and it's the Fire Omega next. This is him. So far, good RNG. Hey, Rachel. Thanks for joining, baby. Gave us good RNG to give us bad RNG. I have to avoid that attack. That will kill me. Very bad RNG. But it does give me time to farm. There we go. RT Willis? Yeah, balance is all things should be. It gives you good RNG to give you bad RNG. Alright, that's it for Area 7. I was hoping for a power bomb, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. One hit and I'm dead. Let me go ahead and grab that to protect myself with. Alright, we're safe. Alright, on to the final area of the game in terms of Metroids. We have one Metroid left. Aim, please, my god. Oh my lord. That was very bad movement on my part. See if I can make up for some of it. I hate how it pulls you down. That was very bad. Alright, movement is key. Okay. There's the baby Metroid. I lied when we said we were done with Metroids. We actually have 9 more to kill. Actually 11, sorry. Oh no. I tried to go too fast. Again. Very close. We will refill here. The baby. I tried to make cleaning up these Metroids, like, as fast as possible. That's... Fortunately, I got caught twice. Let's do this. Alright, mama time. Unfortunately, I had to waste a power bomb. She's giving me really bad RNG right now, and again... I have no choice but to do that. Mama is not happy that I killed her babies. Really bad Queen RNG. Like, you have no idea. If that attack didn't stop that, that would have been really bad. Alright, Mama's dead. So, really bad RNG. Like, I mean, the worst RNG that you could get against the Queen, like, period. Like, that was probably a waste of an entire 1.5 minutes, I would say. 1 minute and 30 seconds. It was really bad. That was pretty brutal. Alright guys, so the world record is 141, so we are well beyond getting world record at this point. As long as we don't die to the final boss, we'll be okay. Even with me playing bad. Unfortunately for me, though, there's no power bombs. So I can't just skip this section like I normally would. I just have to screw attack. I need my Aeon full for this fight. Really good Ridley. This is not what we want. All right. Unfortunately, I can't avoid that. And time. We got world record. So it was a 140-18 from what I saw in the final fight. As soon as that final fight kicks in, so we achieve world record. Man, that was pretty brutal. Thanks, Skunky. Thanks, Wizard. Krelos, thanks. Yeah, I was wondering if I was going to get it tonight. I practiced for 2 hours after I got off from work to work on some movement. Unfortunately, I got a little nervous in a lot of areas. I'm surprised we got it, but we did get it. So that's a new world record for no out of bounds. Unfortunately for me, though, it's only Mr. Shasta and I on the board for this. So hopefully, though, with DS capture cards becoming a little bit more cheaper, that we can actually get more runners. But Mr. Dino, it's up to you. If you want to skip the credits, we can. See the final in-game time and then see the final cutscene in the game. Completely up to you. You just gotta let me know. No problem, Skunky. Thanks for watching, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We got world record tonight, baby. Got Rachel right next to it. It's completely up to you. I guess we can let it roll out and listen to this awesome music. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for having me on second anniversary of the GG Speedruns. It's fantastic. What? Oh. thank you so much though. Especially thanks for picking CDKL5 as the organization to represent. Mine and Rachel's daughter suffers from this genetic disorder, and it's a lot of other kiddos do as well, so much appreciated from their families as well as ours. So thank you so much, guys. It means a lot. I always found it strange why they decided to pick that as after showing Azeta her getting the Varia suit. Love you too, Krilos. I hate that robot. I hate him. Everybody hates him. He ruins so many runs. If it wasn't for him, we could have got a 139. I need to practice him more. I have a save state at him. I just need to practice him more, and I can definitely start getting the one phase. I used to be able to get it, but now I'm just not being able to get it for some odd reason. The artwork for this game is really beautiful, though. I love the way they did the gravity suit. Hopefully they stick with this design for the gravity, because I really do like it. And the baby Metroid, man. It hits you more harder when you play Super Metroid now, because you see how close Samus was holding that baby from Ridley. Oh, I'll never do a Super Metroid speedrun. Oh, man. I just play it for fun. But that is Samus Returns, guys. Our final time is a 1:30:35. Not bad. In-game time really doesn't matter, but it's all about real time. You can see how broken the timer is, though. So this is the final cutscene of the game, just basically showing how important the Metroids were and what the purpose, why they were made. Fun fact, this is the same enemy that attacks Samus when she goes to visit SR388 with the research team in Fusion. Same exact enemy. And this is what infects her with the X parasite. Thank you so much for having me, guys. That was Samus Returns.